What do you got there?
I got a Deadpool umbrella that changes colors. It goes from gray to red.
Alright, it's back for another day on the Rover 1 project. This is looking mighty fine and dandy. We just finished that the other day. Solid. You know, it even looks like what you'd see, or what you'd expect on a wasteland vehicle. So obviously we got that hole to fix, but I'm leaving that one all for my girlfriend. She wants to weld, she wants to patch it together, so I'm gonna teach her. Underneath the Jeep, over here, there's a big gross hole in here. Now you could say, oh well, the underside of this is done, so what's the point? Well, the point is, dirt can get up inside here and rot out the rest of this floor. Now you may go, oh, but you painted the inside of the floor, so if dirt got in there, it won't rust. Well, technically, you're right, but I feel better if I were to just cover that with some sheet metal. And also, there's some holes right here. All this Jeep ever was is a sack of holes. This hole here, which you can clearly go right through, that one and that one. We're just gonna get 2 big washers that cover the hole, and then a small bolt and nut. Cinch them together, paint over top, and you have a sealed hole. No welding. The benefit of that is if I ever need drain holes or a hole in the floor for some reason, I can just unbolt it, and there's a hole. Off to the other side, there's holes here to fix. Not super hard, just a square plate, and then a plate here, or a plate that runs the whole length. And I don't know what I'm gonna do with these holes. I might get a small strip and just gotta fix that up. Underneath here is kind of a joke too. Kind of a bunch of holes. There's all I'm doing for the next couple weeks probably is patching and painting and patching and painting and painting and sanding. And I just realized the other day, look at this. Come on, I'll go on this side so it makes more sense. Here's a picture. First of all, it's leaf spring under axle, so the leaf spring has to go on top. And second of all, there's a lift kit in the Rover 1. Check out this picture. You can see where I think the shock mounts, that there's some sort of bar. And if you look closely, the leaf spring sits even higher than just right on top of the axle. Kind of like there's a block under it. So that's interesting. Now, I'm wondering, do I get blocks or do I get leaf springs with a lift? How much lift is it? Why doesn't the back have any lift? Still more stuff to figure out and do the math and all that stuff. So, alright, looks like today we're gonna paint some doors. This is the paint I got. A duplicolor acrylic enamel. Now, I don't know if this is gonna work. Step 1, remove the door. Step 2, set the door down. Oh, that can't be good. Someone kick our damn gate down? What the hell is this? Well, the hinges are still here. What? Alright, now here's the plan. What I'm going to do is scratch this door up with some 180 grit sandpaper wrapped around this foam sanding block. That's a 320. Now this is pretty worn out, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to scratch it all up, including this piece. Then I'm going to scratch up the back of this mirror, degrease the whole thing, maybe use metal prep on this mirror and on this chrome, but not the rest of the paint. I might use the wire grinder to scratch off these striping, because you'll see it through the paint. My dad picked that up for me the other day. It runs so quiet. It is beautiful. Alrighty, the door is prepped and ready to go. I metal prepped all of the chrome. It's all scratched up and etched a little bit. You can see all down here is pretty scratched up. I scratched up the port 15 with sandpaper, but it doesn't look like it, so hopefully the paint sticks. Everything else is pretty good. This is smooth, despite what it looks like now. I got this all cleaned and etched up. I didn't really get too much inside here. Not too worried. Over here is all cleaned up too. I'm not going to worry about this, removing this seal, because I don't have other ones, and I'd like to have some kind of seal there, even though this one's basically garbage. So I'm just going to paint kind of over that a little bit. And I'm going to paint all the way up this frame. You can see it's a little scratched up. A little scratched up. All I have to do now is get some blue tape, tape off that window, and I think that's really all we have to tape off. On this can, the directions state, do all coats within 2 hours, allowing 10 minutes to dry between coats. So we're going to put one on, wait a few minutes, do another one. Oh boy, does that look way better. Holy shit. Guys, make your handles black. Oh shit, we gotta paint that thing. You gotta paint your handles black. If you don't paint your handles black, I'm gonna come in your house and do it for you. This thing is almost ready for another coat. I just wanted to touch base on a few things. That was a heck of a rusty spot. I didn't bother filling it in with body filler and stuff over there too. The reason why is because look at it. It looks like it belongs on the Rover 1. The Rover 1, might I remind you, is supposed to be allegedly put together with what the people had left after the nukes. So I want it to be put together, but I want it to be rust proof and I want it to be safe. But it's gonna have that put together look. And when I get that aluminum diamond plate, I probably won't be able to find old used stuff that I can find that's straight. I'll have to get new stuff. And as you know, on the Rover 1, here's a picture. New stuff is not going to cut the job. It's going to look too new. So I'm going to paint it and etch it and do all kinds of things to it to make it look old and used and rough and dirty. And that'll be the part of the final look of the Rover. Oh, I can't wait. 2-3 years down the road. I didn't realize there's 2 holes there. We'll have to just weld that in or put port 15 or something. I don't know. Figure it out later. Just for reference, look at the damn difference in that. So sexy. Time for coat 2. And there's the finished product over here, ladies and gentlemen. Looks not bad. It's not as shiny as I thought it was, which is cool. May do a clear coat. I don't know, what do you think? Painted the mirrors. Driver's door. Over here. Passenger door. It's so much better. My God. Not a bad finish, if I must say so myself. That's 2 coats of different color acrylic enamel. Yeah, 2 coats. Now I've got a few things to do on these doors still, like replace these seals. Sorry, it's a little windy. I'd like to tackle the inside a little bit, so there's some rust parts. I've got to do something about that. There's a crack on both doors right here. Replace the seals on the inside. And take a look at door panels for the other side and everything. But for now, that's done. Painted, ready to go. If you feel like tuning into my Rover 1 Instagram, you can do that. Links in the description. It's just a Rover 1 project. And I also have a main Instagram page, which is also in the description. Feel free to leave a like, follow, show some love. If this thing grew to be as big as I want it to be, that'd be awesome. That would just be ideal. But we're still in the beginning stages. Most of this stuff is boring. So I don't blame you if you don't want to follow along. But thanks for watching this channel, and I'll see you later.